hope you're well. Welcome to another video. It's a bit of a spooky chat. A few things been happening again, and I just thought I'd run through them. I'm wondering if it's because I'm going to see Oppenheimer this afternoon, so at the university. So that'll be interesting because I've had a few things about that in the past that I've talked about in my channeling videos. So yeah. We can have a chat about that. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, and check out my other channels as well, which all the links in the description. Okay, right, I wrote down a few things. I'm seeing that plane again. It's happening non-stop. I keep seeing references to World War II again. I see a lot of people in these extra dimensions that I've been talking about, or the 10th dimension. I said extra, but you know what I mean. Other dimensions, you know, I see all the people standing there. I've been seeing that an awful lot, and a lot of activity at night. We went to Shakespeare's house on Friday. It's at Stratford-upon-Avon, and just not very far from here. We got an Uber there. It was great. Because I'm just saying that because I you know, wanted to be near these places for a long time, and now I can go to Warwick Castle, all the places I loved within, you know, 20 minutes, 20 or half an hour. It's fantastic. So that was interesting. It was packed, which I knew it would be. And what usually happens for me is I bring people back with me. So, and I did. They've been around for a couple of days. They're starting to dissipate now, but when you're around that many people, I find, you know, you tend to have, I don't know, people come back with you. They're trying to get through to you to give a message. And it's you can feel the energy shift in the room. I've had to sage the whole place, the works. So before that, I have lots of people. I've been lying in bed seeing people wandering around, you know, with my eyes shut. I can see them wandering around the kitchen, coming in here, coming through the flat, everything towards my room, and then them getting intercepted and the works. It's been quite full on. But I've seen a lot. I'm always angry with them because they're always pushing and shoving for me to do certain things that I'm on a path in my life that I see is important, and they don't seem to see that as important. I, you know, want my home. I want all sorts of things, and it causes a lot of arguments with them because I'm sick of this divine timing rubbish. I've introduced them to Sara timing, so which, yeah, I know, but I have been kept waiting too long in my opinion. So it causes a lot of arguments. I didn't initially want to do this video because I wanted them to wait like I have to wait for certain things. And a few things have been happening. I've had a few people winding me up around me, so which has been pushing my own agenda for getting things done as well. It's a bit of frustration. So that's another story though. But anyway, so yeah, there've been a lot of things that have been pushing me to write. They switch me on and off like a tap, and oh no, you can't write for a while, which caused a lot of upset. Last time I was writing, I had all my work stolen, so I'm not best pleased with them over. I told them I wouldn't write again, but they are pushing and wanting me to write, and it's all to do with this stupid plane, which is coming through the building right now. I've got numb to it. What I did find before, which was really interesting, they showed me a Spitfire coming through. Anyway, when I was in Stratford, we ended up going in this 1940s place. Well, yeah, there were things in there. I knew there were things in there, but everywhere I go, I see things about Winston Churchill, okay, non-stop. I see pictures of him everything. Whoever they are on the other side, they're on a war footing. So, and it's interesting. I don't know what the video was. Somebody sitting in either the House of Representatives or Congress going on about these UAPs and how they are they were seen over the Gulf of Mexico in diamond formation, and when they went up to intercept them, they were like orbs. All the instruments went on their aircraft and stuff. And I find that really interesting. I also find it a little bit unnerving with seeing what I see with alien abduction stuff and that. I don't know why. I've always been more nervous of that than anything in seeing ghosts. And I've got a theory on, I'm talking fast because there's a lot of information to come out. I just feel like there's a big build up to something that we don't even know about. There's definitely on a war footing, and I think when I go to see Oppenheimer today, which I've said before, when I saw the trailers, I noticed there was a symbol that he drew on the blackboard that looked very familiar to me, and I think I may be having some more experiences after that. If I don't have them straight away, it will be, whenever, but there's some reason for me to see this because I don't go to the cinema very often. To be honest with you, they don't do anything that I think is exciting enough for me to go. I saw I like the Insidious stuff and the Conjuring stuff, and this is of interest to me. The rest, bored. So I go occasionally. So if I go now, it's I don't like being closed in as well, I have to say. I don't like that. I always feel funny after I come out of the cinema. It's not always a good experience. So if I go, I have to go up. And with the fits, it can often set off the fits because of the loud noise. And so I generally sit at the back so people can't see me fitting if I fit. So, but this is big enough for me to go and see. So, yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be something about it afterwards, but we'll wait and see. So they've been showing me a lot of things at night. I have been up and down at night. It's been exhausting. Messages thrown at me. Definitely a book. It's all connected. It's all about time. It's all about things I've been seeing about this plane because they've often showed me them sitting in the seats on the plane, a lot of turbulence, having to put the air mask on, it crashing. The other day, they showed me the plane underwater. And one that, the one that looks like the beluga whale? I have actually seen it when we were traveling to Hamburg on a trip from the cruise not so long ago. We were in Kiel in Germany, and the bus driver actually stopped and showed us, and we went past the airport and we could see the big, the cargo plane that looks like beluga whale. I saw that underwater with its nose up. It's just weird visions. I don't know why they're there. If you get anything, let me know. And then they scare me with this plane. They're always showing me the front of it and the windows on it, and it was flying through the water, which I know more water can be about emotions, things like that, because sometimes I know they show me planes to do with my emotions and me, but this is a world message. I've been seeing giant towers again, the meditation with water coming up to here on them, towers coming down, all sorts of things, which is, representative of the tower card and the tarot, but things changing, massive shock, a lot of water, a lot of huge tsunamis, things like that, and tornadoes. So a lot of changes going on. If we can't see, it's happening, and I think it's connected to all of this, what people are saying now in the world, and these UAPs, that kind of thing. I can't even tell you what it is. It's almost like I just have to put you on warning. There's a massive change coming, massive eruption around the world. There you go. Start to get more information now. So yes, I don't know if that was a light behind the camera there. Somebody's standing there. Not best pleased with them. And for those of you who think, you know, I could control this, whatever. No, I can't. And I do stand up for myself. Yes, I don't think, you know, I'm just sitting here taking this bossy bloody men on here, yeah, around me. And no, and I make them wait. So yeah, I don't think that. And as to why the channel hasn't expanded, I know somebody said that. There's a few remarks from a couple of people that have been a little bit manipulative and a little bit odd, quite frankly. So I'm sorry if I get things like that. They're gonna get taken off, so don't bother doing it, okay? And I'm not gonna answer them. This is something very important, clearly, that I have to do, and I am tired of putting myself down and thinking, you know, I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm clearly important to them. I may not be important to anyone else in the world, which is fine by me. Who cares, right? But to them, I'm clearly important, and I'm doing a message, and I'm obviously reaching the people I need to reach at the moment. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, what did I say? A lot of things about other worlds. I even saw this giant robot thing on legs, a bit like, it wasn't, when I say it was a bit like it wasn't exactly like Scout Walkers in Star Wars, but that kind of thing on legs. But it was different. All of these strange things, and it's almost like I get up in the night and I can still see them, and I got the point where I was just walking through these images. I can't be doing with it. And seeing people in strange costume and all sorts of odd things. I've seen a lot of people, Victorian people. I've seen a lot of people staring at me from the other dimensions. It seems to be getting more and more people each time. I've seen people in tunnels waiting to go through them. Very, very odd. So it feels like there's a massive buildup of energy of certain things. I'm having to cut ties with things. They've shown me going up staircases, and they've shown me come down them as well. Staircases and escalators, yeah, going up them, and it's almost like I'm starting to see even more and getting more theories about things. And I had a strange experience where I can see energy sometimes, and you know those cords that they talk about. I get this in my healing as well. I can see this when I do healing, but these cords that you're attached, whether to situations, even to geographical areas, it's sort of like I can see an area sort of even on a map, and I could feel all these horrible, they're like long white stringy things connecting me to, and I just want to get scissors and cut them off. And I do get that. Was it tryphobia? I hate things like, oh, make me squirm. And I just want to do that. And to people as well. It's like I'm now seeing in my mind the attachments, actual physical organic material linking you to another person that sometimes needs to be cut. It feels like that. I don't know if this makes sense. The energy is organic. It's not just some ethereal thing floating around the air. It actually has organic substance to it. So, very strange, very odd. Last night, lots of things going on again, lots of images. I've had so many taps and noises when I'm lying in bed, and I'm sometimes not frightened, but I think, oh God, don't look at the bottom of the bed. All these people standing, all these men in black standing in other dimensions, and people in like war rooms and operation rooms that I can see. conference tables, and then lines of these people. I keep seeing these hot, dark, heavy clouds going over these people, which I presume is my temper probably. I don't know, these dark, heavy clouds going over them, then fog, me coming out of a fog. But at night, I see these people, they're standing there. And the oddest thing last night, definitely to do with my healing, I think. But the night before last, I woke up when I was having these visions, and there were all of these shapes, these mathematical, geometrical shapes around my body, a triangle, squares, all sorts of different things. And then they actually showed me as if my makeup, who I was an equation. I couldn't tell you what the equation is, but it was like I could just see this equation through me. So, great, I'm an equation. Lovely. And then I kept these shapes and they were going through me. And then what I see from my heart chakra, I can see it now. I don't know if you can see it. Around here, there's a lot of blue light. Moves around, and I know there are people on me. They're in my aura, the men in black. And but I get triangles. I don't know if I can say, yeah, triangle and a circle, and then from the triangle these little threads, and they were showing me that was floating around. Then last night there was a huge ball of light with like an atom with these little things around that like lines, different shapes, and it was moving around and it had all of this electricity going on in the middle of it. So I'm not sure if my son's just come back. One moment. Sorry about that. Come in. So yes, this big energy ball. I don't know what it is. I know it comes off me. I know when I heal, I just send these. I've started doing on my tarot channel. I do tarot readings for most of a few of the signs at the minute, but I'm going to be building that up. Depends how the signs go, but I do it normally, and these signs, they're just signs, symbols, sorry. See, I'm getting confused now, it's coming out too fast. I just had that odd feeling of a memory, but the memory was outside here. It wasn't in my head. I know that sounds weird, but it's like they float around me. And then sometimes I can be sitting here and all of a sudden, if I pushed it, I could just change everything around me and it would be somewhere else another time. Or I'd be somewhere else than where I am now. That freaks me out. I've had that since I was teenager, early 20s, or I probably had it earlier, but I don't remember. It's really odd. Really odd. I've even had it when I've been walking somewhere. Freaks me out. Makes you wonder what you can really do that they're not telling you, or that you just haven't discovered yet. So anyway, I don't know why that was floating around, but all these shapes, and as I say, these shapes, I've been doing them for the signs, and I just start doing them. And as an older gentleman comes in, I get Merlin, I know Metatron's around, Archangel Metatron, I get Archangel Michael, all of those people, and I do these symbols, and I know I'm healing. And then I just, it's part of the reading now. And you know, in the past, they show me a representation of some heart or whatever I need to heal, and the light goes through it, and I stitch up. I actually can cut something, stitch it up, whatever. So I don't know if that was to do with the healing, because the other night I also saw images of loads of operations, things like that going on. And I know they would love it if, or my doctor guy who's standing here would love it if I could get, I'm not sure I would love it, and I'm sure, not sure the people would like it. but they would love me to be able to go into an operating theatre where they're operating and be able to heal people as they're doing that, or to operate myself, but like psychic surgery. I don't know. This is what they show me. Doesn't mean I am quite skeptical, much to their annoyance. I can be very skeptical. Okay, but that's what they show me. Show me lots of operations, people in operating gear. Really, really odd. Lots of information being shoved at me. I had been unwell, and it's almost like I have to deal with two worlds. My the world that I am trying to make headway in. You get to a certain age and you think you should be places and stuff like that and doing stuff in a certain situation, and I'm not there, and I'm feeling that frustration because that's how I was brought up. You need to be blah blah, but actually I was in the where that was changing, whereas other people don't care about that, but I want my security back. I want my own security, not have to rely on a control freak who I married. I want that back. And they don't see it as important as this other stuff, but I see it's both as important, and it's very much, you need to sort this out, or otherwise I'm going to hold you up on this, so get it sorted. It's been like that, so it's almost like they may block me from things, but by God, I block them too. It's got to be more of a two-way street, and it's not at the minute. So when I've done that and then things calm down, it's almost like they wait, then the images and the stuff come at me, and I don't know what they want me to do with it. I'm telling you, that's what they want me to do with it. So, and they want me to write this book with it all in, and so yeah, been saying that. And then today, before that, so last night I'm lying in bed and I managed to go 2 days on the trot without having fits, which is such a bonus. And I was really pleased, and get a bit dizzy still, but fantastic. And all of a sudden, now I've seen the doctor guy come in, and I've seen them give me injections, right? I've seen them, and before, I haven't felt them as much. I've been aware of them, but not felt them, okay? And part of me wants to feel it so I know it's real. So I wasn't aware of it at first. I think I was watching a tarot reading when I was in bed. And then all of a sudden I had my arm like that, and then I felt, oh no, that's weird. Oh my God. It's so, my stomach. They injected me 3, possibly 4 times in there. Now, nothing happens. They tell me they're vitamins or whatever. But this time I felt it, because I think it's going in the muscle. I felt it. And just remember, and I can see it. Sometimes I can see it, or I can see movement towards it, and I see it in my mind, but I can see it, and it's actually so right there. So I don't know what the hell they're doing, but hopefully it's to help me. I don't know, but I'm beginning this alien thing. I'm beginning to wonder if people present them as spirits, what have you, but I don't know. I think they're maybe cloaked. They're beings and they're cloaked. It may be that it's spirit for other people, but for me they're definitely yeah, I can see you. We keep going around with doctor's masks over probably because I've been shouting at them. I'm stressed out. but but they are I wondered if it was my no, I can feel it. There, right there. Just testing that out. Haven't been to the gym, anything, so interesting. But I do think there are beings who are cloaked, basically, and they come in. I'm beginning to think that more and more. If you're a starseed, you know, it's whatever you resonate with on your experience, but this is what I'm beginning to think about me. But anyway, so got up this morning, more images last night. I can't remember them all though. And then I sat over there and did a meditation with music. And again, I saw the 1940s. This place we went in, it was all, you know, they had as if somebody, you know, it was something from the war. And it was, you know, there were a lot of army uniforms in there and RAF uniforms and what have you. And it was, they were all dressed up as 1940s. So it was very odd when I keep getting that. So I've written down a few things. 1940s I saw, and it's all to do with the link to the plane. Winston Churchill. Now this is where it gets interesting. I have been, and some of you know that, I'm coaching clients, obsessed with Korea, South Korea for ages. I have been trying to learn the language, and I emphasize the word trying. I've seen Japanese guides around me. I've seen Korean. I've seen them for a while, and I'm obsessed. And I mean, I'm in a university town, and there are South Korean people here, Japanese, Chinese. Did you hear that? That's to let me know that there, yeah. For a long time. And I noticed that when they showed me the plane, I kept seeing this story, which I think I've even read out somewhere. And they're showing me that again with this Korean guy and this link between somebody in South Korea and this person in the UK, and it being to do with UAPs. I see a lot of spacecraft. I'm beginning to think that at times this plane is actually a spacecraft. I have seen it as the angel of death. I see a lot of giant angels, stuff like, a lot of angels, a lot of stuff like that. But very interesting. She started showing me that again. So I'll read out whatever. In the 1940s, and I knew this was a link to the plane, Winston Churchill, Korea. Then this huge tower, which I've seen before. Then I saw the mathematical shapes. I saw Eisenhower. Right, every time I want to see Einstein, I see Eisenhower. So Eisenhower was around, and then Einstein drawing things on the blackboard again, all to do with time. Then I was told that I was an equation. Then I saw a whole load of ballerinas. I don't understand this. I see Princess Diana an awful lot. And then I saw myself in a pyramid, you know, like a triangle thing, and squashed up in a little ball. And then I heard Oppenheimer, and then they showed me the atomic bomb, atomic explosion. Then I saw the rest is part of the story, which I was going to share with you, but I'm not so sure. It's all linked to this story I have to write, which is, it's a channeled message. And I kept saying a bridge. I keep saying a bridge. And the bridge is, that's to do with time. I saw a lot of snow. There's something about Christmas. They keep showing me Christmas. That I had in my dream. Somebody was pulling a Santa hat off someone. I saw cars snowed in. Lots of snow. Terrible snow. Lots of snow. But I'm not going to tell you that little bit because it's actually going to be about the book. It's something to do with North Korea. Something starting in North Korea that I think I might have mentioned this before. Starseed stuff. And I know I have to see this movie because it's going to inspire what I have to write in this book. They want me to write this big book. Now, I would love to know how it's going to get out there. You know, they won't give me information on that. I've written a load for them and I've had mediocre success. And I would like to know if this is worth it because I've got a business to run and all sorts. So I'm in a bit of a, really? Why do you want me to do this? What do you think it's going to do? Not believing in myself at the moment. A lot of things been happening. They've pushed me again. So it gets in the way of your mission. But yeah. So I'll be interested to know what happens when I see this movie. It's hilarious going to the cinema with them because I often get distracted because I can see them walking around and sitting in the chairs if nobody else is in. And I have to go in the afternoon. So chances are there's not going to be many people there. So I just sit around them, or they'll walk in front of the screen. I did that when I was trying to watch The Conjuring, and I thought, well, I'm not going to be scared of anything in The Conjuring when I can see it for real walking around me. Great though, the nun one was fab. I loved all that. So yeah, lots going on, but yeah, this book, so I have to do that. I've got my other channels going if you're interested. The tarot's going, there's healing going on in the tarot one. There will be healing on the other ones as well eventually when I get there. I'm basically doing it all because that's the way I roll. And I'll have to pull back on one when it gets too much and then I'll come back to it. But yeah, so there's so much to go on about. All I can say is this. It's like, like one of those balls with something inside and there's electricity going off it. But there's stuff around it as well. I'm just seeing that right now. So yeah, a lot to do. And definitely this connection that I have to write about in this book with Korea. Japan and the Chinese are in the background, but it's all to do with that area of the world. See, I thought I was just interested, but there's so much more to it. So yes, with my other books and that, I'm getting one edited with the agent, stuff like that. I'd love to know where that's going, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, if you want to get your gifts out there and discover what gifts you have, I can help you with my awakening and psychic development coaching. It's quite a ride. Lots of messages come out and I thoroughly enjoy it. It's another tap there. So if you want results that way, come to me for coaching. I have got a group circle thing that I want to get set up. So yeah, let's definitely do that. Check that out on the website. If I get enough people, we'll get that going. I do want to do a members chat as well, or a members live, either this week or next week, so we can talk about some things, because I have a feeling I'm going to need to do that with you all. And you know, if you want empowerment coaching, straight life coaching, over 50s, want to get yourself going with stuff, let me know. That's there as well. Healing, if you want healing, we'll do a Zoom call and I can do it, create some symbols for you and do some healing over the top. That'll include a reading. I have personal readings. I've got to do more animal healings as well. I want to get back into that. Communication as well. It's all there. Okay, so contact me. Check out the other channels as well. The coaching channels I've got a new video on there. Tarot as well. It's full moon in Aquarius, so I've got things going on with that. And contact me, yeah. And in my spare time, if I have any, I have been writing a book. So that'd be interesting. going to be a bit of a thriller. Well, I love writing thrillers, but they take a lot of work. A lot of research. Okay, and we're still working with the fee as well, so there's going to be more with that. Yeah, I shall see you next time then. Take care of yourselves, and if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. Please help this channel to move further than it has done. Okay, take care and see you next time. Bye.